Good morning. Time to get this Friday started. What a beautiful day. The sun's not quite shining. Actually tried calling off. Well, I was thinking about calling off today. But every time I think about that, I conscious says, oh no, you can't do it. So I don't do it. I wouldn't mind it taking a Friday off, but there's no point. Would have gotten paid for it, which would have been kind of cool. But I didn't do it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'll remember when I get to work, probably. No idea. My past life, I used to be a chef. It was a pretty goddamn good one, too. Oh, boy. Not like a full-fledged 5-star Michelin star chef, but I could have been someone at your local restaurant, leading that kitchen. Leading it well, too. I would say, I'm kidding. I would say one of my favorite meals that I made was probably a pepper ranch ahi, which was basically a mahi tuna steak, usually around 6 ounces. Once in a while we got the 8 ounces, but usually 6 ounce patties. Basically a big old tuna steak. Looks like a regular beef steak. And then you get good fine coarse pepper. Regular old pepper. Put it in a little bowl saucer. I don't know, quarter cup-ish in that ballpark. Yeah, it's a lot of pepper. It's a lot of pepper. I know. It's a simple recipe, but it's so fucking good. Put maybe a teaspoon of salt in there just to kind of play with the pepper taste. And if you don't like pepper, you're not going to like this. This does sound like too much pepper, but honestly, when it's done, it's not. Now, what people like to do with their tuna steaks is they pat them dry. I don't do that when I do this. I pat them in the pepper, the bowl of pepper, and a little teaspoon of salt. Put them in a bowl of pepper, slap it on both sides. I want a nice crust of pepper all around the edges. Top, bottom, sides, push it sideways. So it's basically you can't see the tuna anymore. You just see a layer of pepper. And then you put that off to the side, let that kind of rest for a minute or two while you're getting everything else ready. You can get your neighborhood ranch. You can get Kraft. You can get buttermilk. Buttermilk's actually really good. The buttermilk ranch. What you do with that is you get a little quarter cup, squeeze them into a little bowl. You get a cucumber. What you do with the cucumber is basically you slice it up into as very tiny little pieces as you could. If you could slice it up into basically water, that's perfect. And you're going to take those little pieces of cucumber and put it in the ranch. And you're going to take the back of the fork. What I like to do first is smush the cucumber into the ranch. Smush it in there. You can get maybe 4 slices. It's never too much cucumber. Well, I guess it could be too much, but it's not usually. Smush it into the ranch. Once you have it smushed in there nicely, get a little whisk it together. It's all nice mixed and fluffy. It's not all smushed and put to the corner of the bowl. Put it off to the side, put it in the fridge. You're done. That's your cucumber ranch. Very simple. Cucumber ranch. Very, very simple. You take your tuna. You want a nice flat top, hot sizzle. Put a little dab of fucking grease on there, a little thing of oil. I like just classic old peanut oil, but people don't like that. People are allergic to it. So, you can use veggie oil, you can use soy oil, whatever the fuck you want to use. So you put it in there and you slap it on. Let it sizzle. I would say probably a good 2 minutes, 2.5. Other side, 2 minutes, 2.5. Little trick I like to do if for some reason, if it don't look done enough, which it will be, if it don't look done enough, get the top of a pot. Throw it over the top of the tuna. Sizzle it with a little steam inside there for about 30 seconds. That'll kill the sides so it don't look red. Because if you like me, you have a wife, if she sees red, she won't eat it. At all. I don't understand if food are better with the medium rare, and I agree. But to hide that, you throw a top over it so you have it airtight. Get a little thing of squeezy thing of water. Pop a little squirt under there. Close the top, let it sizzle for about 30 seconds. Bam, you pull it up. Tuna's finished cooking. You pull it out. You can slice it up nicely. Well, you let it rest, of course. Everything you let it rest. But you slice it up in nice, even little slices. Stack it up nicely. You can leave it whole. You take that cucumber ranch and you drizzle it over the top. Just drizzle. If you want, put it onto the side as well so they can have something to dip in. But if you drizzle over the top, I'm telling you, I like serving it with a side of asparagus. I was never big on asparagus, but it's a very pretty plate. When you have the tuna crust, and then you have the ranch chipped over the top, and the kind of asparagus laying over the top of it. It's very pretty looking. And that's it. I'm telling you, that pepper, it cools when you pan fry it, not pan fry, when you fry it on the flat top. It does cool. Like not the temperature, but the kick of it, I guess. The kick cools. And honestly, that cucumber ranch with that pepper tuna, if you like all of those ingredients separate, I'm telling you, it is one of the best things I've ever eaten. Ever. It's not something you can eat every day because it is pepper and it is like a ranch. It's not good for you. But, oh my goodness, it is delightful. It is a party in your mouth because it's a kick. That pepper, it is a kick. But that cucumber just cools it down. It's a combination that you wouldn't think go together, but goes together beautifully. Fucking beautifully. Sorry for using the F word. Oh my goodness. And basically I called it pepper tuna. Never, like I said, I'm not a fancy chef, but I can cook. I can cook. I was good at it. But when the whole world kind of fell apart 2 years ago, and then we kept getting closed down, my job was not important enough to stay open. So I had to find a job that was important enough. So now I'm a mechanic. God, I was so good at that cooking. I really was. I need to get milk. So you are going to hold. Not stopping it, but you're going to hold. So wait for me. All right, I'm back. I got a little bag of chips for my side for lunch too. That's kind of fun. Oh boy. I should have got gas too there. Get her after maybe. I got my normal tuna salad wrap with a spinach wrap, which is very nice. I do enjoy that. I like the roasted red pepper too. That's something. I like pepper. I know roasted red pepper is not red pepper, but I like pepper. That was my biggest problem cooking at home, using too much pepper, because the wifey does not like pepper. If she tastes it at all, she doesn't want it. So I need to find that happy medium of seasoning something with salt and pepper, because honestly, you season for a reason. If you are cooking, you are a home cook, you're trying to make a good dinner, salt and pepper is almost always a must. Almost always. That is the guidelines for making any basic meal. Any basic meal that's you're cooking from scratch. Not like TV dinner or something like that. A shit ton of salt on those things. But a guideline for any like chicken, steak, pork chops, salt and pepper is a must. Generally, me, salt, pepper, and garlic. Those are my three staples. And I vary here and there. If I'm making a porchetta, throw some dill in there. Maybe some peppercorns. If I'm making like a barbecue, it'll be more of a brown sugar blend. Some dry mustard. A little liquid smoke if you don't have a smoker. But generally, salt and pepper. Oh, I'm not making a steak tonight. If you have the money and you want to get fancy to make a steak, buy a loin. Buy the whole loin. If you have the money. It costs you, well, I don't know what it costs you now, but a few years ago it cost $100. But you can get a solid fucking 10 to 12 steaks out of there, depending on how thick you cut them. And they melt like butter. Oh my God, if you have never had a filet mignon, even if you made it yourself, I mean, you get a nice sear on both sides, throw it in the oven for fucking a minute or two, oh my goodness. That's all you gotta do. And you can cut it with a butter knife and a plastic spoon. Oh my goodness. I know, people don't like it, but I like A1 sauce. People like a compound butter to put over the top, but I like A1. I mean, I tried this fancier steak sauce from the grocery store the one day. Wasn't a fan of it. Had a sweet tinge, and I don't know. I didn't like that with the steak. I ate it because I'm not picky. If I buy it, I'm going to eat it. But I did not enjoy it. Do I have any work today? I got some work, I think. I have a truck in my bay with a air leak problem. What's this guy doing? Oh my goodness. What is that? There's a rabbit. There's a bunny rabbit. Made it. I am here. No personal in the news crap today. Sorry. Wasn't that kind of day. I didn't feel like getting all hyped up first thing in the morning. Just had a nice little ride with Chef Ed. I miss my name. I miss being a chef. But anyways, when you're out and about to the whole world, be nice to people. Now, you have no idea how far that can go. Simple kindnesses. Be nice.